I'm standing here on Fingal Head. This natural park has been given back to the Buninaba peoples in 2021. The process started in 2010 with the constitutional recognitions of the Aboriginal peoples by the state of New South Wales. How do we move from discriminations to recognitions to land right? How this process has happened, how a crisis potentialist has been transformed in a moment of inclusions. My latest book, Constitutional Crisis or Regionalism, discuss situations in which a large segment of the population in the regions believe that it is no longer represented by the constitutions. Often, a sub-nationalist movement, which represent the majority of the populations, tell the government or constitutional institutions that they do not trust them, they do not need them, they do not want them. How we move from that situations into a new situations in which recognitions and negotiations and the protection of human dignity create an inclusive systems in which a multi-ethnic society feel represented. In Constitutional Crisis of the Nation and Regionalism, I explain by using examples taken from across the world that there are three elements that foster social inclusions. The first is the assumptions that the state is represented by a constitution which is actively multicultural. That process of multiculturalism is also linked to a form of negotiations. Identities are a system of beliefs, and those systems of beliefs cannot be imposed. A constitution cannot tell people who they are. A constitution should create the conditions for make a multinational society work together. And so this process in which different identities manifest their belief has to be closely monitored, because we might tilt in situations in which there are violations of human rights. Now, this is what I call the virtuous triangles: recognitions, negotiations within the system of rules, and the protections of human rights. The book analyzes cases from Alaska to Hong Kong, from the Northern Islands to the Northern Territories. And it provides both a critical analysis and a spectrum of potential policies, potential constitutional changes for the future. I hope that process of displaying the critical element and what are the futures of constitutional development for multinational societies is considered by other constitutional theorists, policymakers, and new young theorists.